Hey guys, and welcome to the Manchester United Fc25 career mode. And I really didn't think I'd be back as United manager just so soon after doing it in FC24. However, Erik ten Hag has been sacked by Manchester United, and Manchester United need a manager. So we are back in the reins of Old Trafford, and we're going to try and reclaim glory once again with the Manchester United team. Just a couple of things. The first transfer window has been disabled, which means we can't bring players in until January. It does mean we can make bids and get the transfers done now, but the players won't join until January. Secondly, the board objectives have been turned off for a reason. A, because I don't want to get sacked over stupid board objectives, but B, I want to introduce brand new fan objectives for the first time on career mode. I want to bring you guys in to the channel, give me some challenges, give me some objectives for this new Manchester United. But first things first, we're going to look at the club hub, look at the state of Manchester United and what we are going to do with the squad. So we are in the squad hub, and now there's a couple of things we need to talk about. A, what players we are potentially going to sell, and B, contracts. With a lot of United players, A, being on a lot of wages, but B, also contracts expiring, we need to decide on A, do we get rid of the players and free up the funds, or do we give players, young players, new contracts, and important players new contracts. So firstly, Tom Heaton, we're going to be letting go at the end of the season. We're not going to renew his contract. If he wants to walk out in January, he can, because we do have Onana. We've got also Altap, Bayadri, and we do have a youngster called Victor who is on loan. As for left back, it's a key area that I'm going to be looking at for a new upgrade. Not because I don't like Luke Shaw, but he is very injury prone in real life. And yeah, so we're going to be looking at Malacia. Isn't going to be good enough, I don't think. And once we get that new left back in, then we could be looking at to sell or at least loan Masia. Hamas, we're going to loan him when we can. Johnny Evans has been a great servant, and the real problem is when you know that Johnny Evans is one of the best players at Manchester United, that is disastrous. He played for United nearly 12 years ago, has came back last season and still done better than some of the players that are at the club right now. So thank you, Johnny Evans. You've done well, but you will not be part of the Manchester rebuild, and will be leaving this season. Maguire is a controversial one, and I'm actually going to keep the former captain. We will be renewing his contract. If he's willing to take a paid cut, then maybe we can get this deal and this contract done right now. So we're going to speak to Maguire's agent. What is he willing to accept? He wants important. We can accept that. He's going to be on the bench. De Ligt and Martinez will be our starting centre backs. We're going to offer him 2 years. He's fine with that. It's going to be the wages that causes the issue. And I'm willing to offer him 70k a week. He wants... I'm going to accept that because he's not going to get 5th. We'll take the clean sheets actually. If he's willing to take 79k, that is still a bit money saved, and he is. And United re-signed Harry Maguire on a 2-year deal. Now that doesn't mean that we're not going to sell him, and he's not going to get into the first team. He has to earn his way back into the United starting 11. But I do not want him to go on a free. As for Lindelof, he is a player I am willing to sell. De Ligt, obviously newly signed, will be our starting centre back. Has 5 years on his deal, same as Martinez, the Butcher. He's going to be our starting centre back for a couple of years' time. Lenny Euro, youngster, obviously is injured in real life, but is here for the next 5 years at Old Trafford. Right back, we're very covered with Dalot and Majmari, who can both play right back and left back. Casemiro will be getting sold at the end of this season. I'm not going to be renewing his contract. He is age 32, and we are going to be looking for a new centre mid, whether it's in January or whether it's in season 2. Ongate, obviously newly signed, will play alongside the midfield of Mainu. That is going to be a very strong and quick and ball controlling midfield. As for Rashford, there are reports that he has said he wants to leave United, but I think we can get the best out of him. We know he's good, and when he is good, he turns up. So he's still got 4 years on his deal. If a big offer does come in, then we might consider it. But I would like to keep Rashford at the club, whether it is a started player or whether it's a bent super sub. Jadon Sancho is an important one. He will stay at Chelsea for season 1. Then he will come back and we will reassess how A, our team is, and B, what his stats look like and whether he has had a good season. And then does he deserve to come back into the Manchester United team? Garnacho, again, like Mainu, a youngster for the future, is that starting left mid. Hopefully he will become a superstar, and obviously he has a good contract for the next 4 years. Moving to centre mid, Eriksen, like Lindelof, this will be his last season at United. Whether he leaves for free or a team comes in with an offer for him, and we accept it in January, but he will not be a United player at the end of this season. Mason Mount, again, is going to be more of a super sub, but he has something to prove, and maybe it becomes a Mainu Mount English partnership, but we're going to have to see how well he adapts to life at United. Gore will probably be out on loan. As for the captain, Bruno, still got 2 years. We're not willing to rush the contract yet. Ahmad, I'm going to give him a new contract. Rotational's fine with us. 3 years, that's perfect. No release clause, perfect. Wages wise, we're looking at about 45, maybe just a little slight decrease than what he's on. And we'll give him the signer's bonus because he is taking a wage reduction. And Amo Diallo will sign a 3-year deal with Manchester United, which puts him on a 4-year deal. Anthony, when that is going to be a conversation we have to have. Do we sell him, take the loss on what United paid for him, or can he regain some form and get a chance in the first team? Xerxes will have to battle out for Rasmus Holland's starter striker, but they've both got long year contracts. And then obviously we've got a couple of youngster players in the squad that will need a loan when January comes around. This is our starting lineup, the best United lineup that I think United have, and that is Rasmus Højlund up top, obviously Xerxes on the bench, at Cam, Bruno Fernandes the captain, Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right. Again, we could potentially move Garnacho to the left and put Ahmed on the right and leave Rashford on the bench. That is a big decision we have to make. But for now, we'll leave Garnacho on the right. Mainu and Garte, there's two midfielders. And then the back will start with Luke Shaw, Martinez, De Ligt, Dalot at right back, and Onana in goal, which leaves Badrami on the with goalkeeper, Maguire, Leroy, Mazraoui, the defensive subs, Casemiro, Mount, there's two centre mids, Anthony, Ahmad, and Xerxes on the bench, which means reserves wise Ericsson, Evans, Malacia, and Lindelof, all players that we are looking to really get rid of this season, and then the couple of youngsters that won't even make it in the team just yet. That is what our team is going to be look like. Hopefully we can make a dash for the top 4 and hopefully pick up a cup. So we are back in the dugout of Manchester United once again. Obviously we did it with Fc24 and we managed to get United somewhat back to glory. This time it's going to be a lot different with your guys' fan objectives, with the no first transfer window until January, and obviously the new format of the Champions League, the Europa League and Conference League, with more games, more fixtures. Are we going to have the squad depth to really compete with the best? Many of your fans are wondering if you can still effectively perform your attack play with the target forward role. Is Rasmus comfortable with playing what you're asking him on the pitch? Hopefully he can get a good performance in against City in the FA Cup. Man City wants their players to keep possession at all costs, and their players are always patient and comfortable on the ball until they get a chance to strike. Are you comfortable Rasmus Højlund can adapt for Manchester City's possession based? We're going to press higher. We're going to kind of follow what Ten Hag did and not go too crazy, and hopefully counter attack them. Hopefully Onana can keep Haaland away from scoring, and hopefully we can pick up our first trophy of the rebuild, even though it is a FA Cup trophy, Community Shield trophy. It's still a trophy nevertheless. Here we are, Wembley Community Shield, United versus City. The first game under Treece. City putting the pressure on. Should have been beaten for pace. Crossed in. That's Haaland. Garnacho. Really caught the keeper out with a deflection. Rashford. Good parry. No! Offside. The lit's down, that's not good. We've already got our first injury. The lit off. Already on the yellow, but has come off with an injury. So Leno Euro, a man that is in real life injured, comes in. Hopefully the lit isn't too long, or Harry Maguire might get his chance. Oh my god, that was a beautiful chance from City, and it remains 0-0. Haaland makes it 1. Hits that across Onana's goal. Rashford's through. Two chances Rashford had. Oh, that was poor. Yellow card from Martinez.
Substitution for Manchester City. Coming off the pitch, number 10, Jack Grealish. Coming onto the pitch, number 13,
United let off there, and Martinez's poor ball. United chance. And there it is. United lose the Community Shield. Not really the way we wanted to start our debut as Man United manager. But again, it's against City. And there is confirmation. Thank God it's only an elbow injury, and Memphis De Ligt will be out for 5 days. I was really dreading that it was going to be a potentially 3 to 6 month injury, but it's only going to be 5 days. He will be back for the first game of this season. We're going to leave today's episode here, guys. This is episode 1 of the United Career Mode. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please let me know some fan objectives. They can be anything. They can be silly, they can be hard objectives, they can be very easy ones. And when you do give an objective, give me a punishment or a reward with that objective. So don't just say score 5 goals with Rasmus Holland. Give me something. Score 5 goals with Rasmus Holland, or he have to play a youth academy player in the next game, something like that, just so there is a little bit of fun to this career mode. And I will see you in the next episode, where we start our life in the Premier League back with Manchester United manager. Goodbye.